Oh, yeah. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. Today's guest in the studio is my sponsors. Yeah, you know, Coach Archie needs sponsors to keep this thing going. A good friend of mine, with several friends of mine, is in the building. We all come from different schools. I ain't going to hold it against them, but we got the good St. John's in the building representing. We got the good old McNamara in the building. Anybody else I got to acknowledge?
Archbishop Spalding.
We got Archbishop Spalding, Sidwell Frizz in the building, Murray in the building. There's a lot of love, man. These gentlemen that's coming on the radio today to discuss about Pick Six Academy are some very strong, powerful brothers, man. They out here doing God's work to make sure these young men get into these prospective colleges and make sure their talent, their skill levels are right. So right in front of me to my left, I got brother John. John, tell the people about yourself.
Good morning. How are you? Thanks for having us on, Archie. Appreciate it. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Thank you as well. Right now, we're at Pick Six Academy. We are located at the Capitol Sportsplex in Greenbelt, Maryland. And what we do is we do all-season training for young student athletes. But we're using football as an avenue to mentor these kids through the process. Awesome. So what we want to do is we want to ensure that if these kids have an opportunity to go to a private school or even a public school of their choice, that we want to mentor them and assist them through that process.
Outstanding.
Once we do that, hopefully they'll have the opportunity to become student athletes at the college of their choice, and we'll also assist them through that process as well. So we're just using football as an avenue to ensure that these kids are being successful in life and having an opportunity to go to college and, through the high school of their choice and the high school of their choice. Okay. We're just using football as the avenue to do so.
All right. What are some of your most notable players that came through Pick Six?
At this point, we've had several. Currently, we have 26 student athletes that are playing NCAA football. Awesome. We actually have one in the NFL. Sean Davis is a local kid here. Awesome. We also have Will Jackson, Jalen's at Yale. I can go with Mason's at Albany. Okay. Who else? Hansford is at Texas A&M. Scotty Washington's at Wake Forest. We got Omar Garcia's at Bucknell. Okay. Aaron Monroe's at Penn State. The list goes on and on.
Aaron Monroe. Was that Aaron from the Mustangs?
Marlboro Mustangs.
Yeah, I used to coach Aaron. I coached Aaron. I ain't gonna start. That's one of mine.
Yep.
Right, who else you got in here with you, man?
Right now, currently, we have Coach Antoine Bailey, who's offense coordinator. Sidwell Frizz is our running back coach. Coach Phil Savoy, who is our wide receiver coach, and he's also the wide receiver coach at the WCAC champion St. John's College High School.
Yeah, but he came from Carroll.
But yeah, he's Archbishop Carroll, Hall of Fame Archbishop Carroll. There we go. And then we got Rod Chapman.
My man Chap.
Yep, from Bishop McNamara. So we have a great staff. We also have individuals that help us out with the filming as well. Awesome. Coach Prey, who's over at Murray, and then Coach Barrington helps us out with dealing with the high school operations, and of course, I have a good friend of mine, Brooke Mayweather, helps us out as well. Okay.
Why should my listeners go to Pick Six Academy?
You should come to Pick Six Academy because we do things a lot more. It's a lot different. We don't have, not to knock anyone else, what anyone else does. We have a more hands-on experience. Okay. We keep the numbers to a point where we can have hands-on training with the kids, and we also spend time with them. So, for example, we do on our own time. When Selma first came out, we took several student athletes to go see Selma, with their parents, awesome. And to get them an idea of also, what, where our generation has come from, and give them understanding why it's important to vote. And two of those kids currently, one is on an official visit to Clemson right now. That was when Selma first came out, and then one of the other individuals that came out that night just picked up an offer from Yale and Howard as well. So. Wow. And that was, obviously 3-4 years ago, and those guys stay with us. Okay. Because it's a family environment, just like we're family here. It's family environment at Pick Six, and that's why I believe, and we believe that's why you should come.
All right, Pick Six Academy, guys. You got a couple of guys that want to
bring on Rod Chapman.
Yeah, come on, Chap. This Chap is my man, Chap. From the good old Bishop Mac.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, man. I'm here. Good to see you, man.
Great to see you too, Archie.
What you got? Just shoot your hand.
I'm just saying, Pick Six is one of the best academies you can come to as far as getting some real detailed coaching. The detailed coaching at Pick Six will allow your kids to go to the next level, not just high school, but college, and also hopefully to the pros. Okay. So if you're listening, please come out and check out Pick Six. We're looking forward to training your kids. And I've been doing this for a long time.
Awesome.
I've been doing it for 20 years.
My man.
And I'm telling you, this group right here, I mean, is one of the best coaching staffs I've ever been around.
I'm looking at it, and they are.
Telling you, they're very intense and they're very detailed. That's what I like about it. And I've been doing it for 20 years. And I've helped over 65 kids get to school in the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm telling you, what Coach Panker and Pick Six Academy is doing, we're going to take things to the next level. And I promise the DMV that if you come to Pick Six, we're going to get to the next level.
All right.
I'll see you at the top.
Outstanding. All right, guys from Pick Six. We got anybody else that want to grace the mic? Also, remember, you listen to the Archie Beslow radio show. The call-in number is 1-800-450-7876, 1-800-450-7876. Even if you got a question to ask my Dynamite brothers from Pick Six Academy, please give us a call before they leave the studio. My man Savoy.
How's everybody doing?
They listening. They waiting on you.
It's good to talk about the company that we have for Pick Six Academy. When we first started, we were out to just better young men. We all started together at possibly some of us at St. John's, and then some of us outsourced and kind of mixed in. Just a good group of good brothers set out to help young men get an opportunity. We work really hard at Pick Six. We hard work, dedication, confidence, and men of God. So that's our main thing is to push quality athletes, but good character young men.
Okay.
So
what before I let you go, Coach, what do you get out of it? What do you get out of seeing young men like really achieve the goals that you set out for them to achieve?
Well, the greatest thing about it is I come from Washington, D.C. I didn't have as much, but I had enough to succeed, but it made me hungry. Okay. My mission is to give back to the young men, to use this as my ministry.
Awesome.
To show young men that you can make it as long as you stay focused, as long as you keep a clean character. So that's what I want to instill in them. This is my passion. So it's easy to wake up for something like this.
Amen.
Work my hardest to do it because I know it's coming from God. So
all right,
it's a blessing.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, Coach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My good brother Antoine Bailey, who I had the privilege to coach, and a great person.
Okay.
And Antoine Bailey.
Let's bless the mic, young man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us again.
Yes, sir.
Like Savoy told you, I'm Antoine Bailey. I met a lot of these guys I met in my first year of coaching, awesome. And they've been mentoring me ever since. And like Savoy said, he's been mentoring me since I got in. I played at St. John's, so he's helped me get through the entire process from high school to college to the pros. So you can see that not only do I trust these guys with helping me, but also through the coaching side of things. Okay. You know, so I would definitely entrust my kids to come through this program. Awesome. You know, so that's one of the things I look at and how detailed we are, how positive we are, and how we are men of God. How we're men of God. And you can see that through each and every coach on this staff.
I'm feeling it. I feel that spirit because some of you guys are saying it. That is the most important aspect that we have to actually start teaching our young men and their families. That's a very good point, my man. Appreciate that.
Most definitely. One thing you're gonna get from us is that we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna do it the right way, and your kids won't be steered in the wrong direction.
All right. Pick Six Academy. We got anybody else, Brother John? Pick Six Academy, man. These guys are some positive brother, man. The spirit that I'm feeling in this studio right now is off the chain.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Coach Jabali Smith. I work with the quarterbacks with Pick Six. I also coach the quarterbacks over at St. John's College High School with Phil Savoy. I also coach with Coach Bailey as well. Again, like I said, we've been here on this team with Pick Six. Coach John Panker has brought me on the staff as well to work with the quarterbacks. Definitely excited about this opportunity. I've been working inside the WCAC. It's been for maybe about coaching quarterbacks for maybe about 6 or 7 years. I'm with St. John's now. I hate to mention right now the other team that I used to coach with, the Purple guys. The Purple guys prior to coaching with St. John's. But I've worked with a lot of kids
kid went to Virginia University. Sam Brown went to, I can't think of it right off my name. I work with Kasim Hill, who's at Maryland University. Right now, Kevin Doyle, who was quarterback over at St. John's.
Awesome.
He's going to Michigan
He
University.
can flat out do it too.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
I watched it.
Yes, he can. Another kid, DeAndre Thomas, he has full ride to Norfolk State University. So look out for him. Another kid just signed with Bowie State that played with Douglas, Jawan Glover. So again, like I said, I've been surrounded around these guys, and definitely it's a lot of experience in the room. I'm happy to be a part of this team, and again, definitely learning the culture of just bringing that positivity, putting God first in everything that we do.
All right.
So I'm definitely excited about that.
Well, that's our time. We got Pick 6 Academy in the house. Dynamite young men doing powerful things. I'm going to shoot their website and information out after the show. Appreciate you guys for coming through, man. Real talk. Outstanding. This is WL 95.9, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. I heard the Archie was Carol. You got that? Don't get it twisted. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
you. Thank you.
Pick 6, baby.
There you go, Pick 6 Academy.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, bro. Yeah, man.
Take this photo real quick.
Wherever you are via our mobile app. Look, addiction doesn't stop itself, and tomorrow won't be any better unless you take action. Pick up the phone and call Recovery Resource Group right now. 800-610-4421. That's 800-610-4421. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting until tomorrow. Today's the day you can start to change your life. Recovery Resource Group is here to help. Make the free call now. 800-610-4421. That's 800-610-4421. Their advisors are ready to match you with the right facility. The federal government says you can have up to 90 days off from work to get help. And if you have insurance through your employer, it could mean little to no cost to you. Stop making excuses for addiction and start taking action. Make the free call to Recovery Resource Group right now. 800-610-4421. That's 800-610-4421. 800-610-4421.
Earnings vary based on your effort. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Washington, D.C.? If so, we have an amazing opportunity. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local
step
area.
out, guys.
This is Dan Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Washington, D.C. area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Washington, D.C. is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Fans Workshop, call 1-800-400-9522. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Fans Money for Deals Guide. That's 1-800-400-9522. That's 1-800-400-9522.
Adoption with Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
What's up, AJ? How you doing? That was very powerful. The young men from Pick 6 Academy doing great things. So that's one aspect that my radio show brings as well.
I'm going straight into it or something.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. That's we do sponsorship. The radio show needs sponsors to keep this thing going, to keep this thing growing. So Pick 6 Academy was my first sponsor. Thank God for them. And what happens is I'll be able to give them exposure weekly. So sponsorship is welcome. In the studio, I have my superstar with me, Miss Mia. Say hi to the people, Mia.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. Is there anything you want to tell them? You want to tell them? Well, she gonna speak it
Thank
up.
you for liking. Like and subscribe to my videos.
Right. All right. And this is her super mom, Miss Johnaa.
Hello.
Yes, I'm playing on 2 cameras.
Yes,
Johnaa trying to be humble. Johnaa, give your fans something.
Hey everybody, good morning. My name is Johnaa. This is Mia. Basically, I am in here. We are in here to kind of let the world know about some very positive things Miss Mia is doing. She's 8 years old. She's been doing music, and she did her first video, gospel rap, at the age of 6. And so we actually finished up her second gospel single, which will be released very soon. And I'm just putting all my energies into her. So we'll see what happens.
I learned from my mommy.
Oh. All right. So right now we're about to hear. We're going to come back on the show with Sister Mia's song. Check it out.
What's the name of your song? Tell
I
people.
can't help it.
Say it again.
I can't help it.
Yeah. You ready, world?
Is this going on cars?
All right. All right. Welcome to the studio, Miss Mia. How you doing?
I'm good.
You doing good?
Where's my mic?
Where's your? Uh oh. Here we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. All right. It's right here. Come a little closer, dear.
Okay. Let me move. Let me move. Get me out the way.
Here we go, Miss Mia. So you know the first question I want to ask you. You don't know?
No.
Why you love God so much?
Because he blesses me. He blessed
Talk to the
me
mic, baby.
He blessed me to see the outside world.
And what else?
And
Get close to the mic, dear.
Go ahead. Scoot up. There you go.
he gave me a gift to sing, to rap, to dance, to be an artist.
Okay. And what you want your peers to know? And how? Well, let's do this one. How much you appreciate your mom for helping you with everything you do on a daily basis?
A lot.
A lot, a whole lot.
Yes.
Explain. Talk to the mic for me, dear. Now you might stand up for me. Stand
Yeah,
up.
'cause
Stand up.
she's a
Stand up.
little-
There you go.
What
So
do you
this,
mean?
how much do you appreciate your mom?
A whole lot.
So what is like one of the most important things that your mom has ever done for you? It's like
So many.
So many, right? All right. So we're gonna turn it over to mom real quick.
Okay.
All right.
You
So-
had your chance.
There you go. So me and you have talked on a lot.
Yes.
In reference to your whole walk, your whole journey, and how you actually dedicated your life to your daughter, which I think is phenomenal. And tell my listeners a little bit about yourself and your walk.
Well, I just real briefly, I've been doing music, positive music, rap, since '96, and I've been blessed to travel to Paris and Los Angeles, perform in Central Park, and things of that nature. But here lately, it's just really primarily me and Mia, and she is my everything. And I just felt like at the end of the year, close to the beginning of this year, that the Spirit had been speaking to me since last year. But once I got past finalizing my album and a lot of my projects and videos, she said basically take everything I've given you and put it to her, because she has it honest, and her dad does music. So just felt like, you know what, let me just go ahead and be behind the scenes, help her. And again, I don't pressure her into doing rap or music. Yes. But I let her know that whatever you do, it has to be positive. It has to be basically message based, something to teach,
Right.
And I just think at her age, I'm not living vicariously through her. She knows that at any day she can say, "Mommy, I don't want to do this anymore," and we're going to move to the next thing. Right. But right now she loves to do it, and so I support her fully, and I'm just trying to teach her the game and the do's and I guess not to do as she moves forward and grows into her craft. Right. But yeah.
So what are some of your most challenging? The mom and daughter stories that I hear a lot are very, very intriguing. They're powerful. Mm-hmm. Some of them are sad. Mm-hmm. But you ladies are just fighters.
Yeah.
Y'all just fight. I mean, you guys deal with so much. You do so many things. But you still make sure that your child is first and foremost the front runner of your life.
Yes.
Why do you think at an early age Mia was connected to God? Was that from your teaching, or you think it was a spirit that was given to her?
Well, you know what? I think it's a combination of things. I think, well, first, I honestly think it was a spirit given to her. When I was pregnant with her, I prayed a lot. And I know most mothers do. It's your first child, I know. Mm-hmm. And, but I always ask God, the first thing I always asked him is, outside of health, a healthy baby, is basically give me an unbreakable bond.
Right.
You know, I was a new mom. You know, it's no manual to being a mother or father, but I was like, give me an unbreakable bond. You know, just teach me what I need so that I can do the best that you want me to do for her. Right. And it hasn't been easy, but as far as the fighting, it's like just, it's not an option. It's just not an option. I don't know if I, raised whatever, but it's, for me, it just wasn't an option. So, and as you know, and a few people know that my fans know as well that I have been diagnosed. I don't claim it. You and I have talked about that, but I've been diagnosed with MS some years ago, but I just don't, you just can't let things stop you. And I just feel like she started school at Calvary Christian Academy in Northeast. And I think whatever the spirit was already in her evolved. I just think because I was told by the deans of the school, the teachers, the staff, that she's anointed. Like, and it's surreal to hear people say that about your child, especially when you're always fussing and clean your room. And it's like, can we get anointing on that, please? But no, I mean, other people would come to me when I get her from school, and they're like, "Oh, no, she's this and she's that," and so I just felt like, okay, well, let's just go in that direction. And she writes, she does a lot of things behind the scenes that I want to bring to the forefront. But right now, I think because she was always with me doing music, video shoots, photo shoots. She had, at the age of 3, she had no choice but to kind of pick up on it and be in the studio with me. And so she started rapping and singing little freestyles around the house at the age of 5, just little fun stuff. And so I just asked her, do you want to do this? And she said, yeah. And so since then,
there you have it.
Yeah, there you have it.
So again, the number is 1-800-450-7876. 1-800-450-7876. I need you guys to call in and ask questions pertaining to. I'm gonna give you the questions I asked. What does it take, or how does a single parenting mom keeps her young child motivated? Talk how she talks to her about bullying and just life circumstances. We just recently had a case, and I wasn't gonna really get into it, about the young lady committing suicide.
Yes.
And like I said, once again, this radio show. The callers are the heartbeat of the radio show. And we need questions, your questions that you may ask my listeners or my guests, the questions you may ask my guests, may be questions that can help you or someone in your family. So please call in, 1-800-450-7876, 1-800-450-7876. And let's find out why Miss Mia is so excited about the things she do with her singing and all that good stuff. So Mia, now I got some questions for you. You ain't gonna get off the hook that, so I'm gonna stand up for me for it. There you go. There you go. So what's your favorite song other than your song that you like to listen to?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's your show. It's the Mia show. Yes, ma'am. So what songs does your friends like? What songs does your friends sing, your peers?
Think about what you listen to at home.
Do they sing your song?
Mm-hmm.
They do? So do this. You want to give us a little sample of your song? Like right now? Just like a verse?
What do you mean?
Just sing a part of your song for me right now.
Which one?
Whichever one you want to sing.
Okay.
Go ahead. Uh-oh. Go ahead.
You remember? You told me which one you wanted to do.
This is radio station for the kids, so you can take your time. You ain't gotta be perfect. You can just do it however you feel. What's your favorite verse of your song?
Yeah, you want to do
the second one, and I'm not worried.
Let me hear that.
Let's hear that. Want me to help you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't even
worry about tomorrow, y'all. Talk to Matthew in that chapter. He says it all. Now, with a worry, add one hour to your life. Will the worry get it right? Will it end all your strife? Nope. Just cast your burdens on him. Because for real, he's the only one who truly can handle them. He gives you rest so that you can maintain. When the stress to your brain try to drive you insane. And my friend, you can't let it. Be of courage, comfort,
or character.
There you go.
That's all right.
So Mia, tell the listening audience how old you are.
I'm 8.
She's 8. Half of y'all, about 40 and 50, y'all wouldn't have got up on the mic and just spit it like she just did. So we got sister. So Mia, So what are some of the things in school that you like? What you like in school? What you like about school?
Math and science.
Wait a minute. Why you like math?
Because I like numbers, and sometimes numbers have to deal with music and how fast you're rapping it has a number, and I mean the speed I may be rapping like 605.
Okay. So what you don't like about school?
ELA.
Huh?
ELA.
What's that? Yeah, break that
English
down.
language
English.
and arts.
Wait a minute. Okay, she said something that even Coach Archie knew. I got you. So tell the listeners, what are your studying habits? How do you achieve good grades in math? What do you do when you go home, and what's your structure, your process when you go home and study?
I write down the important steps.
Okay, outstanding. So do you focus on studying while you're in school? Like, I can't wait to get home so I can study. Or you can't wait to get home so you can rest first, then study?
First I study,
Okay.
then I rest. Work always comes first.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you need to tell some of these adults that. You said work comes first?
That goes for you too, Mama.
I'm the one that told you. Yes, okay, no, that's all you. That's all you.
So like I said, once again, my radio show is predicated and dedicated to our youth. And I encourage you guys to have, young women, young men to actually call in, because we always talk about what our youth are not doing and what we want them to do. But are we actually taking our kids to the media or to the platforms where they can actually get their message out? So please, tell a friend. Have somebody call in. The Archie Beslow radio show, let's figure it out. I can't figure it out. I've all had nothing to figure out. You feel me? Anyway, you listen to 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, the Archie Beslow radio show, let's figure it out. Also online, WLDCnews.com. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello.
So we're in the studio with Mia and her mom. So for my listening audience, call in and ask Sister Mia some questions so that she can give you her feedback from her perspective. We always want to encourage our youth and our young adults to, be on a certain level, but it also takes us as adults to interact with our youth, because there are a lot of kids that are listening to my radio show, and if the adults are not, calling and asking questions, then our kids won't actually call in and ask questions. So call in and ask anything.
Comment down below.
Yeah, Mia said call in on the line. What you say, Mia? You say what now?
Let's comment down below.
Let's comment down.
Oh, the questions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss
Morning.
Latanya. There you go. Say good morning to these. Say good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, everyone. That's a lot of views.
I know, right? And tell me, you got out of your bed early in the morning. You feel me? You come here. Hey, Miss Karen Todd, how you doing?
I was sleepy.
What's up, Rob Jackson? What's up, brother Ed? Hey, Donna. Kim King. Tracy Rivers. Brian Tentman. Hey, Vicky. So, yeah, the show is, we're going to get into, we're going to get into the, what did you say, Mia? Mia said we're going to be right back.
We'll be right back after these very important messages.
So, Mia, what do you want to talk about moving forward? What you want the next topic to be?
What you think?
Let me think.
Huh?
Let me think.
He said, let me think.
How to get an education.
How to get an education? Okay. This is your show. This is the Mia show.
Yes!
I'm trying to tell you. You got to be excited about it. I don't think my listeners realize how old you are, Mia. You're 8.
When did you do your first? When did you do your first song?
When I was 6 years old.
She recorded her first single when she was 6. That's crazy. Well, so what else you got? What else you got coming forward? What else you want to do? You want to do some acting? You want to do some dancing? Or you want to just keep
Dancing.
singing? You want to do some dancing? Okay.
I love dancing.
You love dancing?
Tell
we,
Mom.
Yeah, she does.
so when we come back on the air, I want you to talk to your your peers about what motivates you to want to sing and dance and all that good stuff. All right. Got time to think about it. Yeah, like whatever. I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all playing with me. I got up early in the morning.
I'm
You feel me?
still sleepy.
You still sleepy? How about I couldn't sleep every night before my show? It's hard for me to go to sleep because I never want. Right, I don't never want to let my listeners down. I get it. I know my listeners. People wake up to listen to my show, so I got to keep it, keep it legit for them.
One time I stayed up till 6 a.m.
We're about to come back on, dear.
I don't know how she did that, but without me knowing, but that's another story.
You were asleep.
Well, there it
Then you
is.
come down, but then you came down.
All right, we back on the air. The Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out with my guest today, Miss Mia. Mia, while we was off the air dealing with the commercial breaks, you told me that you like to dance. Stand up for me so you can get in there. You like to dance? Why you like to dance?
Because when I dance, it's a better way of telling how I feel. So when I hear music, I just like to dance. So if I hear any kind of music, I just dance like this.
Okay.
Like that. Sometimes like that, sometimes like other things. So I just like dancing because it brings out my expression.
Bring out your expression. Amen. So how do your kids at your school, do they know that you sing and all that good stuff? What do they tell you? Like, what are some of the nice things that your friends have told you, knowing that you're
I like
singing?
your music.
Okay, that's awesome. So do you love the fact that your music are inspiring other people to be happy and have fun?
Yes.
Right. So with your music, what do you want your music to do for your peers?
Motivate them.
Motivate them. Okay. So if there was someone, so say like your best friend. Who is your best friend?
Johanna Bernie.
Uh-oh. Now
And
why?
Kyrie Vance.
Okay. So talk about them. Why are your best friends?
I don't know. First of all, Kyrie and Johanna are basically my cousins.
Okay.
So Kyrie is my cousin because I didn't know this, but Johanna's dad is from North Carolina, like my mom.
Same hometown.
Same hometown. So, and Kyrie Vance is Johanna's cousin. So that basically means if I'm Johanna's cousin, that means I'm Kyrie's cousin.
All right. So right now we're gonna take our first call. We got a call on the line. We're gonna see what our callers will talk about out there.
There's the call.
She's coming on now.
Yeah.
Miss Jones.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Mia. How are you? You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
I love your music and your rap. I could never do that, and I'm over 40.
Huh?
So,
Mom,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Great job, Mom. I have a question for Mia.
Yes.
Mia, so you know how Coach Archie asked you about what your friends listen to or what you listen to. How do you encourage your friends to listen to positive music? Because, all of the other stuff is out there. How do you encourage them to do that?
Usually I just make cards.
Cards.
Say what?
I make cards.
Oh, you do that?
explain.
But what did the card say?
They
Nuh-uh, just talk.
they say how many songs I intend to have, and they also say information about how you could get my song. And
I think let me interject.
There you go.
I think
There you
you
go, Mom.
have to, she's going to understand, and she's asking you, how do you know how you and I talk all the time about the music that's out there, and it's not really positive? So how do you get your friends, how do you try to encourage them to listen to more positive? What do you tell them?
I tell them that if you don't know what God is,
Whoa.
you should start listening to some gospel rap or just some regular gospel songs, because that will fill your heart that will warm your heart up with non-negative stuff. It'll throw that non-negative stuff out of your head and out of your ears and out of your body, and all the negative stuff will just be still out there, but you won't have it, and you will have the positive stuff inside.
That is wow. That is so awesome, Miss Jones. Thank you for calling in. Wow. See, callers. So this is my radio show, so I'm gonna say it. So once again, we talk about what our kids are not doing, what we don't have for our kids. We have an 8-year-old young lady that has a single out, and she has God all inside and out of her heart. My phone line should be jumping off just to tell her that you guys are proud of what she's doing. Even if you don't even have a question to ask, you still should be reaching out to this young lady, showing her some love. I have another call on the line. We have Brother Raymond on the line.
Hooray!
Hey, little queen.
Hey, my man. Hey, Raymond, how you doing, man? I'm going to get with you this week.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Say good morning, Mr. Raymond.
Say good morning, Mr. Raymond.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I just called in to uplift the little young queen.
Thank you, sir.
And,
Thank you.
When she said that she liked science and math, I said that's going to be a future person who's going to be a great inventor, and she's using her talent of positive rap as a stepping stone to get to where she's going to be at later on in life.
Awesome.
And I would also like to tell the little young black queen, don't let the haters discourage you.
That's right.
Keep pushing, because you are going to be a star one day.
Amen.
I would like to ask you, little queen, do you like to read?
Do you like to read, Mia?
Yes.
Speak up, Mama.
Yes, I do like to read.
And I'm going to leave her with some black women history, since she's a little girl. This should encourage her to continue to read and to strive for the best. Did you know, my little sister, that black women were major contributors to our story, not his story, because his story is a lie. Our story is the truth.
Amen.
A black woman introduced the heating furnace, my little sister. So when you turn on that furnace tonight, when it gets cold, contribute a black woman for inventing the heating furnace.
Awesome.
Also, the thermostat. And are you familiar with the boats or the underground submarines and things of that nature? You hip to the submarines?
You've seen pictures, though.
Okay, well, a submarine is what they use in the war. And they,
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Torpedo, you heard of the torpedo, right?
No.
Okay, well, a torpedo is what is a bomb that they use underwater to fight the enemy, and a black woman introduced the torpedo.
I've seen those before.
Right, black woman introduced that. And you wear glasses?
Yes.
Okay, a black woman introduced the eyeglasses.
Wow, did you know that?
Also,
Did you know
when
that?
Go to the airport, the next time you see suitcases on wheels, it was a black woman who introduced the suitcase with the wheels on it.
Go ahead, Mr. Raymond.
Wow.
Keep it coming, sir.
Very powerful.
Okay, good brother. The toilet tissue dispenser, when you use the restroom, a black woman introduced the toilet tissue dispenser.
We never hear about that, do we?
God.
And last but not least, my little queen, when you go and get some tickets at any show to go see the stars and what have you, that little ticket machine, a black woman introduced that.
Wow.
And the black woman was the first male person in the world to carry mails. It was a black woman. So when you get your mail, thank that black woman. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'll be here all day.
Oh, man. I learned, too. I didn't know some of that.
Hey, Brother Raymond, first of all, I want to thank you, and I want God to continue blessing you. The information that you gave was powerful, but what I'm most happy about is the fact that we have an 8-year-old young lady that's trying to do something different, and you took the time out of your schedule to call in
so much.
to, show her love. Now, I'm going to say it. I'm on Facebook often, and I'll see people put up selfies, and you'll have 500 likes on a selfie. But now you got an 8-year-old kid that woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, if not early, to come into the studio to share her hard work and dreams and the things that she want out of life. Like I said, my phone should be blazing to just simply tell a young lady, thank you for what you're doing. Keep doing it. Even if you have a young man or a young lady in your household that are stuck, they don't know what they want to do. We often ask our kids, what do you want out of life? What do you want to become in life? But in the studio today, we have a young lady that's 8. 8, I tell you. And she's already on a path. And she has God as her guide at 8. She's putting out gospel music at the age of 8. She loves math at the age of 8. She loves her friends at the age of 8. She came in the studio to talk about all this. And I'm excited to have you. And you're one of the main reasons why I want to do a radio show dedicated to our youth, because I want you guys to finally have a voice on a continual basis. You know, our adults talk about, you feel me, Mr. Raymond, that we talk about consistency with our kids, but now we have a platform. Do we really want to help our kids or we don't?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, go ahead, my friend. We about to go to break, but go ahead, Mr. Raymond.
It's time for black people to start encouraging each other instead of discouraging each other.
Amen.
And once we do that, good brother, we can rule the world again. Because the God, brother, is a black woman.
My man.
Leave you in peace.
Thank you, baby. Mr. Raymond, hey, it's always good to hear from you. Hey, radio listeners, you listen to WL 95.9, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. This is the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. We'll be right back. All right, man. What you want to tell our Facebook listeners?
Going into a car.
What you want to tell our Facebook? You got two things working. What you want to tell them? You want to tell them? You want to tell everybody thank you?
Thank you.
Awesome, Mom. We come back on the air. I want you to tell the people where they can, go to YouTube and all that, how they can hear music. Gotcha. Talk to you, Mom.
Right, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm her backup. I'm her backup.
So yeah, it's a very, very powerful show. I'm just trying to get back to our youth, man. I want our youth to have a platform. I want them to feel good about themselves always, not just, when you hear negative things on the air. I don't want it to always be about negative. I want it to be about it being positive. And we can lead by example by showing these young men and young ladies that we truly care. Because guess what? They looking at Facebook. They seeing who's looking at the Archie Beslow radio show. They watching. And the more and more our adults get involved, the more and more the kids going to get involved. But if the kids don't see the adults get involved, then once again, they're not going to get involved because we're not leading by example.
And let me just say something too, Archie, about what we were, as far as, because I used to get really frustrated. Like the point you made about, you guys can chime in on this. We were talking about that, chime in on this, but you won't chime in on that. And especially her being young, or any artist or youth that's trying to do something positive. My whole thing is, what I've had to come to is a resolve that, you know what, if only one person, like I said, views this or one person calls in, we have to trust that, God is bigger than us and that God is getting the message to who needs it.
Amen.
But I understand the human side to it, like, wow, y'all, no support and things of that nature. But he is filtering her message and her efforts where they're needed,
Amen.
And we just have to trust him that is done.
Yep.
So.
I know, right? She got. Look,
I understand though.
I got speechless because I got speechless. I did. I did. Also, you guys know I have 2 publications out. You can go to archiebeslow.com and purchase these 2 books.
Oh, let's put those over there.
You made a book?
I did.
I'm making a book.
You making a book?
Yeah, it's a comic book.
Oh,
it's called Pan-Man.
It's called who?
You got it?
Pan-Man.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, you good.
All right.
Also, Miss Mia says she about to write a book.
I'm almost done.
What's the book
comic
about?
Books.
You got comic books? Awesome.
Pan-Man. I have years of comic book experience.
Okay. Are you gonna be a character in your comic books? You know,
You don't
I like your hair, man.
Thank you.
Miss Mia didn't want to get in the rain. She didn't want to get her tennis shoes wet. She didn't want to get her hair wet. Right? All right.
Are we back on?
We about to come back on.
Okay, but we're back on. You got to say some stuff. Show them your shirt. What does your shirt say?
It says, be the best.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out. Miss Johnaa, can you tell us how the listening audiences can hear Mia's music?
Sure. She is on pretty much all social media platforms at Mia, which is MIA, but it's Mia Music 1118 on everything. We kept it streamlined. We wanted to just make it as easy as possible to get her information and her craft and her music. So it's on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. She has a YouTube page you can subscribe to. But again, everything is on Instagram at Mia Music 1118.
All right, we have another caller on the line.
Okay.
Yay.
Hey, caller, how you doing? Hello, caller? Did we lose the caller?
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Okay. All right, I guess we had a bad connection. Hey, I just wanted to, first of all, just say that the young lady's doing the work of God. She's doing God's work.
Amen.
And, you know, a lot of times, you know, most people search around till they get old and gray like me till they find out what their calling is in life. So it's a blessing that an 8-year-old is out here doing the work and representing the kingdom of God.
Amen.
You know, and God is using her. But I like to also thank the mom for providing her the platform and the parental guidance and spiritual guidance to instill in her the type of young lady she is. You know, because you know, there's so much now, you know, with the negativity of the way we as us as adults, the examples we set for kids. So to have a positive mom that is enforcing those disciplines and the spiritual, the love of Christ in her life, and it's expounding upon the daughter. That's a double blessing.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and also Archie, with you to be able to be the conduit to get that out. So God is using all three of y'all.
Yes,
know,
yes, sir.
What you're doing is positive, and you know, just keep doing what y'all doing. And you know, I'm always going to be listening and supporting.
Appreciate you.
You know, one of your former MPD colleagues.
Amen. Appreciate it. Love you, man. Yes.
Hey, no, nothing but peace and love and blessings. And young lady, you keep doing what you're doing, and don't allow this. Is when you get a little older, there's this thing called peer pressure, and you may face it, but I believe you'll overcome it and do great things in your life.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you, Miss Mia. Miss Mia. So there you have it. It's wow. It's powerful when callers call in, because like I said, there are a lot of folks out here that you know, for whatever reason don't want to call in. But it's very powerful because your phone calls actually help. And like I said, once again, you're encouraging the young lady. We don't want the phone calls to help me or help Johnaa. We want the phone calls to help Mia, because Mia she's going to be one of our leaders. She's going to be one of our what you call trend setters. So, Mia, let me ask you this. This is what I always like to do. Let me ask you this question. Stand up for me, talking to Mike. What do adults do? Adults, not mom, but adults that you may see do that your friends don't like. What they talk about that their parents do that they don't like? Fussing, right. Like all the time or a little bit or what?
All the time.
All the time, right.
And what? For nothing.
Okay. So, you heard Miss Mia say that. So Miss Mia.
Or for little things.
Little things. So what do some of your peers at school say that their mom and dad fuss with them about? If they don't do what?
Their homework.
Mm-hmm. Right. What else? So we had a show one day, Mia, about washing dishes. Do you have to wash dishes at home?
Yes, and I love it.
Well, I was thinking,
she actually likes washing.
She likes washing dishes. So yeah,
But mommy fusses about me of that. Wait, mommy fusses.
There you
Mommy
go.
fusses about that too.
Mommy fusses.
The only reason I fuss about that is but I do thank her, but sometimes their help causes more of a, how do I put this, mess. So, but I do let her know I appreciate the intent of trying to help mommy.
Yes.
But
And it's my chores, and I get $10 each.
Wait a minute. What? That was a show I
10
had.
or 5.
So that's wow.
That's
God
another
is
show.
great. Nah, there was a show that had. So we grew up, and my dad is listening. Brother Clifton Clyde Beslow, he's on the air listening to me. I want to thank you too, Pops, for the structure and the direction and the guidance you gave me over the years. Me being hard headed in a lot of cases. Hey, that's a part of life. But trust and believe, I received all your messages that you've ever bestowed upon me. And the one thing I know what I did had, you gave me an allowance, and I had to work to get that allowance. And that kind of actually really catapulted me to be the young man that I am today. Also, along with my mom, Miss Regina, she also was a very stern advocate of, doing what you had to do in the house to get a reward for it. We've kind of, in this generation, I think we're kind of reversed. We're rewarding our kids with a lot of expensive shoes and clothes and video games. So now they're looking at the parents as if we're jokes. Like, hey, why do I have to do any work when you give me what I want anyway?
And it's an expectation.
It's an expectation. Right. So we have to create change. And the change is we have to start teaching our kids structure. We have to motivate them to want to work and earn the things that they get. So we need to actually go back to those days of having our young men and young women have chores and give them an allowance. And I know some people say, well, suppose you don't have money. Well, an allowance doesn't always have to be monetary. An allowance can be to give them a break from one of their chores. And also this homework piece, this is very prevalent. I used to talk about this all the time when I did school visits. We need to start sitting down with our kids at the table and doing homework with them. Even if mom and dad, you don't know what the work assignment is, if you don't even have a clue of how to do it, sometimes your support just by being there and sitting with the kids can go a long way. So I encourage us all to kind of, be more mindful of our interaction with our kids on a continual basis. So, Ms. Johnaa, anything in your walk that you want to get out to these especially these single moms that are listening? Give them some type of encouragement, some type of advice.
Just first and foremost, keep God in the center of everything. Surround yourself with people who will support. And again, support does not mean it could just be their sheer energy, their mindset. Again, staying off the path of negativity versus positivity. But just keep God close and just believe in what you're doing. Encourage yourself. Sometimes we have to encourage ourselves because, sometimes you can't look to it from outside influences. But just stay centered and focused and just make sure that I always have a thing for me that keeps me in line with what I need to do for her, which is simply what am I doing and what I'm saying and how I'm acting and what I'm putting out is that what I require of her, and if the question or the answer to the question is no, then you need to reevaluate certain things. But be what you require, and especially when it comes to our youth, and make sure I'm learning this too. I'll be transparent. I haven't been a perfect parent, but at the end of the day, I'm learning to listen. That's a key factor is listen to them. Sometimes we're so quick to, I'm the parent, and that we have a little bit of ego. We're appointed to take care of them, and you have to listen to me. I never wanted to be because I said so parent. Sometimes it calls for that. Right. But at the end of the day, sometimes the best thing to do for them, because we don't know what these little people are dealing with day to day. Yes, and as far as one of the callers mentioned bullying and mentioned peer pressure, believe it or not, it starts before she gets a little older. It starts in elementary. Right. I mean, times are changing, and these kids want to fit in and get in where they fit in. So we've been through some things where I've had to constantly remind her, you're a leader. You don't have to follow the trends. You don't have to be like everybody else. God made, and remind her of the word. God made you wonderful and unique, and just relish in that, and it's okay, and of course, as a young kid, they don't get that, they're like, but I just want her to like me, or I want to, so you just have to constantly talk to them and remind them of their greatness. And,
have she ever encountered that you know of any bullying?
You know what? I wouldn't say to what I see on the news. I'll just say enhanced teasing. Okay. But at the end of the day, it still is something negative that you don't want your kid coming home because they said something or they treated her or excluded her. But thank God it hasn't been to the level I have heard, unfortunately, other kids have to deal with. But her school knows me. I know that I get on their nerves. And that's another thing. Don't care about what people say. That's your seed. That's your child. They know my face. They know when I'm calling. And my thing is, I trust you guys to keep a safe, somewhat safe environment, positive environment for her. So I'm always there to advocate for her. But at the end of the day, too, she knows that if you have anything to do with it, I'll deal with you, through punishment or other things. You have to be accountable for your part in things as well. So, I just tell the single parents in general, just continue to have faith, be strong, and just be what you require. Put that into your child. I always say, like, if I was dating someone as an example, the gentleman I date, if she comes home with someone, I kind of like, so if I'm seeing a certain type of guy or dealing with certain kind of friends, well, should I really be mad if she, as she gets older, brings that type of person or friends or mate around? So they're looking, they're watching. So we just have to be very, very careful and just make sure we're doing the best we can.
All right. So this is our time. Coming up, we got Brother Butch McAdams, in and out of sports, one of my favorite people in the nation's capital. Thank you for listening to the show. It's always a pleasure having you guys come on. Next week's show is going to be very, very interesting. You listen to WL 95.9 FM, WL 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. This is the Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out. God bless you all. All right, get your books. Go to archiebeslow.com. Get your books. All right, love you guys. Once again, thank you for tuning in and listening to my show. Appreciate you all, because you don't have to do it. But God thanks you, and so do I. Love you all for taking the time out on your Sundays to listen in to my conversation and dialogue. Thank you.